creativity actually, yeah. Here in Derby, called Creative Expressive Therapies. If anyone doesn't know, music therapy is a relatively new profession that has been growing over the last 50 years or so. So new jobs are being created all the time, and that's what I did as well actually. As an entrepreneur, I created my own job, my own business. So how did I do that? Well, it wasn't always easy. People, like my mum in particular, would say, I know that you like singing, Ruth, I know that you enjoy it, but I don't know how you're going to get a job doing that. That was coming from her generation and things. And I would say, Mum, but I'd probably say it more like this, I'd probably go, Mum, the music industry is worth millions of pounds, millions of dollars, and I can get a job being a session singer, I could be a teacher, I can write music for films and, write songs. And so that was how I got into it. I own a private music school. I've got 4 teachers, got around 200 students having one-to-one lessons with us. We teach creative and fun singing lessons. I have students ranging from complete beginners, special needs students, to signed artists, and students singing at a professional level. Is anyone watching The Voice Kids at the minute? Yeah? So I've got 2 students on that. So what led me to knowing what I was passionate about, what I wanted to do? You can all think about this as well. I'm sure you've got sort of memories from when you were younger as well. So it seemed very natural to me to notice what I was really drawn to, and it was music and singing. I would do this for fun. When you're a carefree child, no fear, you're just playing on the playground. This is what I would choose to do with my time. I was really passionate about this. I would sing to the dinner ladies on the school playground. I would form bands and boss everyone around. I like to do that. I even somehow managed to get the boys to give up their lunchtime football club, which I think was rare, to take part in a talent contest, forming an S Club 7 band. Now, if you don't know who S Club 7 are, you can make your teachers feel old. Later on you can ask them who they are. So basically, I used what I was passionate about and interested in, what I was naturally good at, and I kept learning and practicing what I didn't know. I had to build a business, I needed skills in marketing, team management, and I practiced what I didn't know and got better at that so that I can run a business. So basically, what I've learned leads me on to something I've discovered. When I'm developing confidence in students, they've got to face their fears, stand up and perform on stage. What I learned. So the definition of creativity is to create something new, unique ideas, imagination, something that has value. So this could be what is the thing that I need people to learn is we can all be creative. It's easy for us to do that when we're a child and we've got lots of imagination and we like to play and we learn through play, but you can all be creative and enjoy that, as in music. Where's my other piece? When you are listening to music, for example, it's been proven it reduces your blood pressure, relaxes you. So this is good for your mental health and well-being. And it's this theme of being a child, and we're going on that. Creativity as well, you've got to be prepared to be wrong, you've got to be prepared to fail, you've got to be prepared to make mistakes. Sir Ken Robinson, in his TED Talk on creativity, it's the most watched TED Talk, he says, being creative isn't the same as making mistakes and being wrong, but what we do know is if you're not prepared to be wrong, you'll never come up with anything creative, you never come up with anything original unless you're prepared to be wrong. So it brings me on to when you're a child and you're learning, you learn a whole language, you learn to walk, you learn to talk, and you don't feel not good enough if you don't get something right the first time around. So what I see in a lot of my lessons is what I call as learning blocks, perfectionism, or fear of failure. Now we all struggle with this. It's scary. It's not, nobody's perfect. But what I say to my students is that we are practicing, and it will take the pressure off yourself to enjoy things and get easier. So when someone comes for a lesson, it's all the growth mindset stuff if you cover any of this, but you're practicing and you're playing. It takes courage, you've got to be vulnerable, and you've got to sort of enjoy it and have fun and take that pressure off yourself of trying to be perfect. So all of these themes of resilience, mental health and wellbeing and creativity can sort of link back to when you were a child and think about when you were a child. What did you play on the playground? What do you enjoy? And learn through that, learn through making mistakes and sort of build your resilience through that. So going forward, I want you to take all of that into your creative projects and be encouraging to each other and just try your best. You know, creativity having a value, it could just be for you to enjoy it. It doesn't matter how good it is. It's not a competition, when you're doing it therapeutically. So in regards to your future, if you're thinking of a career in the creative arts industry, that's great. You will also need to build other skills around that, transferable skills. And if you're thinking of not being in the creative industry at all, you'll also need to build your creative skills in that. Problem solving, imagination. You know, it took imagination for the world to be like it is now with iPhones and things. So it works both ways, I think. Creativity to enjoy it. You work a 9-to-5 job as an engineer or something that's not in the creative sector. You might want to enjoy music and things as a therapeutic, or if you want to be creative in the industry, at the same time you'll have to build other skills and transferable. So it links into everything really. So what I want you to think about when you're doing your things today is that you are practicing. Nobody's perfect and you are good enough. That's just hopefully to inspire you. So what I'm going to do now is really put myself out of my comfort zone. This is what you've got to do to be creative. This is what you've got to do to challenge yourself, to keep growing. And I'm going to sing you a song. Hopefully it's going to inspire you, and hopefully it's going to summarise. Oh, thank you! Wow. So hopefully it's going to really inspire you to take this message forward, and I hope that you gain something from it. So I'm just going to sing you a song and wish you all the best. There was a teacher when I was at school, and she said to me, you know, it was a career day, and she said, what are you going to do? And I didn't know at the time that I had dyslexia, and I was sort of struggling, and I said, well, what can I do? And she said, anything you want. And I said, I can't. And she said, why not? And that really inspired me at the time to do what I do now, even though it was hard work sometimes. So hopefully I can inspire you, and hopefully you enjoy this. It might not be, perfect, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, thanks.